log-off time is 10:58.
Chief 1. Thank you and God bless.
Signing off as the longest-running police chief in Fresno, Jerry Dyer no longer the top cop. He now takes direct aim at the mayoral seat. In an exclusive interview, Dyer says he could be the one hiring the next permanent police chief.
Homelessness is not a housing crisis. It's a drug, criminal, and mental health crisis.
Is it a matter of housing or mental health? Fresno City Councilman Gary Bredefeld's call to action following a violent stabbing in the streets of downtown Fresno that's all caught on camera. It ignites the homeless debate once again. Mayor Lee Brand in studio to respond. And our panel is in place. Lots to chat about, everything from new school start times to Governor Newsom signing a law allowing illegal residents to serve on government boards. It's all on KC24, Sunday Morning Matters.
Now, from KC24, your local election headquarters, with your host, Alexan Balakian. This is Sunday Morning Matters.
And good Sunday morning to you. I'm Alexan Balakian. Thank you for joining us. And you can always join the conversation at Real Alexan. Use the hashtag Sunday Morning Matters. Along the way, the youngest South Valley candidate to run for state assembly, 25-year-old Drew Phelps, will join me in studio. But first, a call to action.
We have to get back to having accountability, which means changing the laws, strengthening the laws, and bringing some common sense back to our laws.
The homeless debate front and center again in Fresno after a homeless man stabs two people and then uses the knife on himself. This as police have their guns drawn. This all happening earlier this week in downtown Fresno, and Gary Bredefeld says this is a direct reflection of Props 47, 57, and AB 109. Fresno police telling us only 1% of homeless people actually accept help from officers. Is solving the homeless crisis more about building shelters or mental health programs? Well, there's no easy solution, and clearly it's not a quick fix. We want to welcome in Mayor Lee Brand, who's been in the forefront of the epidemic that has plagued the city. How are you, Mayor?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, what do you make of Gary Bredefeld's call to action here? He does the press conference. Mike Carbassi's there. The new police chief, Andy Hall, is behind him as well. But I didn't see you there, and I didn't see the other council members there. There isn't a show of solidarity here for this.
Everybody is frustrated with the problem of homelessness. It's a very complex issue, and there's no single one factor that accounts for it. Basically, there's a lot of factors that weigh in on homelessness. Every city's struggling in the state of California. I think Fresno is probably one of the better cities. We already have roughly 200 beds out there right now that are they're full right now. We've got landlord mitigation plans. We've got diversion programs designed.
But he's saying it's more about mental health and the weakening of the laws in Sacramento rather than housing.
I would say it's a combination of all of the above. I think where it impacts housing in the city of Fresno is at the low end of the people on poverty who can't afford $300, $400, $500 a month. They lose their housing, they are literally out and they're homeless. So it's a contributing factor, but there's, as Gary mentioned, and I agree, there's a lot of other factors involved too.
He says it's so bad here that the city is under siege by the homeless. Is that accurate?
I think Fresno is in much better shape than other cities. If you look at Los Angeles, San Francisco.
But for the size Fresno is compared to the bigger cities.
Well, we're 540,000, and we have less, our homeless population is less than Sacramento, which is smaller than the city of Fresno. But everybody is struggling to deal with it.
You know, of course, the governor, he did commit more money to the homeless crisis from the state budget. Is there a clear vision on how the Valley is going to be impacted with that budget money coming in?
Well, I'm part of the Big 13 mayors that negotiated with the governor, both Governor Brown last year and Governor Newsom this year, and there's more money coming for next year, probably a little bit more than we got this year. We can use all the dollars we can get to address the problem. We've got Street to Home with Fresno County, probably one of the most innovative programs in the state, and the fact that the city and the county are working hand in hand is a big statement for this area that we're trying to comprehensively address this problem.
I want to turn our attention to Andy Hall, now sworn in. He is the new police chief, of course, only until he retires about, what, 16 months from now.
Up to then.
So when you officially launch the new search for a new chief, that's coming up in January?
It'll be
correct?
2020.
2020. You told me a couple of months ago that you would be the one hiring the permanent chief after Hall retires.
Right.
We talked to Jerry Dyer. You'll hear this later in the show. He says the new mayor will decide who the new permanent police chief is.
Well, I would respectfully disagree. I made it clear at the press conference a few months ago, and before that we're going to have another bite at the apple, probably in early 2020. I can't say exactly when, but we're going to go out and do a national search and try to find a permanent, full-time chief. And Andy Hall has done a great job so far. I have total confidence in his ability as long as he serves. But I hope by the end of next year that selection's been made, and I've brought in the person that'll be here hopefully for a long time. So
you're saying officially you will be the one hiring the permanent police chief after Andy Hall?
Absolutely.
I want to get to this because there's been a lot of talk of it, and you're calling it a concept to this point, but there is talk of a new sales tax hike on the 2020 ballot, somewhere around, I believe it's a 0.75%. I know it's in all these infancy stages of just coming around with ideas and helps to boost the city. What does it kind of look like at this point, and what is it?
Well, first of all, there's a council subcommittee that I've met with at least once and plan to meet again. And all I've thrown out there is a concept that in a perfect world would address the needs of streets and sidewalks, public works, address the needs in parks, and address the needs in public safety, police and fire. There's a long road in front of that to get that to the ballot. There's talk of a March ballot, could be a different version. It could go two ways. One could be a 5-vote the council places on the ballot. It also could be a citizen's signature type thing like Major P did.
Yeah, so does it include parks, public works?
The concept, again, in a perfect world, would be roughly 1/4% for parks, 1/4% for public safety, and 1/4% for public works. That's a long way down the road. It may get, some version may get to the ballot in November. It may not even go that far. There's just so many unknowns, and a lot of people are going to weigh in with different ideas.
But you want to get something done before your term is up.
I know 12 years on both on the council and 8 years on the council, 3 years as mayor, what the needs of the city are. And so again, in a perfect world, we don't have the revenues to cover, in my opinion, the core services needed by the city, whether that's repairing streets and sidewalks, whether that's putting a new park in, or hiring more cops and firemen. We need some help.
All right.
In that final version, I'm not sure what it's going to look like.
Well, we'll be looking for it, and we'll have you on as soon as you start to really formulate the plan. Mayor Brand, thanks for joining us. He's going to stick with us a little bit longer here. You can catch Sunday Morning Matters Extra with Mayor Lee Brand exclusively on yourcentralvalley.com.